Hello, good day. Today we come to present our seminar for the subject heat transfer, which has its main topic the Firetube boilers. My group is conformed by Kevin Espinosa, Santiago Salamanca, Michael Roncancio, and me, Miguel Arcos. And we are all students of the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering of the Santo Tomas University. Before we start talking about anything else, we must define what is meant by the concept of boiler within the field of engineering. The boiler can be basically defined as a pressure equipment within which a process of transforming heat into usable energy is carried out through a means of transport either in the vapor or liquid phase. Side heat can be from any power source. Of course, when talk about the boiler concept, we must know that there are various designs and models which vary in some of their operation conditions, either due to their design, type of fuel used, and many other factors, which is why below we will show some of their main classification. First one, we find the classification of the boilers according to the arrangement of the fluids find the water tube boilers and fire tube boilers. Secondly, we find the classification of the boilers according to the heat transfer mechanisms and find the convection boilers, radiation boilers, and convection and radiation boilers. Finally, we find the classification of the boilers according to the working pressure and find the subcritical boilers, work pressures under 20 kilograms on a square centimeter, and supercritical boilers working pressures above 64 kilograms on a square centimeter. Now, talk about the fire tube boilers. This is equipment that basically consists of a cylinder which is filled with water inside, which in turn has a series of tubes which are submerged with said fluid. It also has a system combustion, which is responsible for burning the fuel at one end of the boiler cylinder to later allow the passage of the gases produced by combustion through the tubes located inside the cylinder until reaching the other end, and from this way to generate an heating in the water that is contact with the said tubes. Within the Firetube boilers, there are two large or big classification, the horizontal type, and there are observed in the image, and the vertical type that are divided into two small groups. The Firetube boilers with semi-submerged tubes, as its name indicates, refers to the fact that the water found inside the device only partially covers the tubes throughout which the hot gases circulate, and the fire tube boiler with submerged tubes. As their name indicates, refer to the fact that the tubes through which the gases circulate are completely submerged in the water. Okay, now my partner Michael Roncancio talk about the main characteristics of the fire tube boilers.
Thank you, Miguel. I am Michael. I am going to explain my main characteristic on the three two boilers. The first is the two boilers is the equipped to do not admit very working pressures. Second is the boil hertz and the pressure shown by water and the partly on the occupant. Three is its performance, through which is the useful working is the life rangers is the 20 and 18% in the bags of condensation. The other is the trough of the boilers, here is the pressure, there is the firmness, and the fight is the most causing working the pressures in the top boilers ranked bottom 105 and 115 PCA, and the other ranked there in the crown survey. They are equipped ships equipped to the Wildale USA. Many components to the free two boilers. How they can say the tops of the boilers and the many components among the height of the money is important. For example, home in the section in the combustion process in the carried out burner. This is the component The component mixed and the distributes in the flow and the folded and air. And eight, eight Stanger as is the main indication. This is elements how the transfers and the earth burden on how its combustion gas and the water in the system auxiliary system. This is the are all operations of the system on the oil boiler and the shutting system. This is the allowed in the location and the heats in the transfer and the fluid envelope. This is the insulation and the boiler. Free two boilers operations. This operation is the based in the productions and full combustions, thus the morning and the weight variance on the hot gases, which is the beginning circulate traction in the system specials and the superfans. Here is the heat transferate generation. Composition on the hot smooth diameter and the tube is not the flowers. Here is the circulating thrones, heat the gas. And his degeneration heat is the water and the heated hot outside heat the boiler, but is replacing with and the fusions hot boiler. This is the order share and the output, what is the low temperature and the is something white in the hertz and the fully ladder hertz. Observed by water is the usage for generation system time in the temperature and pressure parameter requirement by the process. Then my colleague Santiago Salamanca, I will explain advance and disadvantage on the boiler.
Thank you, Michael. Main advantage and disadvantage of fire tube boilers. Advantage like low cost thanks to the simplicity of its designs, greater flexibility in the equipment operating range, lower demands regarding purity levels in the water supplies for the operation of the systems. They are relatively small in size and fit easily into almost any space. Easier patient maintenance and cleaning of the device and disadvantage like longer waiting time to reach the operating pressure for the systems, larger size and weight compared to water tubes of the same capacity. They are not used for the generation of high volumes of steams. They are not very efficient for work with high pressures, and greater danger of explosion or rupture due to the large volumes of water handled in this type of light scale. Operating condition of filter boilers. Of course, when we talk about any type of boilers or device in general, we must bear in mind a series of conditions or parameters of the device and that must be taken into account to know if it really suits the established work requirements. For the reasons following are the optimal conditions for the proper operation of a shield boiler. Temperature. The operating temperature of the shield boiler range between 140 Celsius degrees and 300 Celsius degrees. Pressure. The working pressure of fire tube boilers is not very high, since due to its design, it is more oriented for the handling of low pressures approximately between 10 and 20 bars maximum. Feed water sanitation and shield boiler can function adequately with a water sanitation level of conductivity less than 6,000 mu 1 centimeters, which ensures that the boiler heating surface is not deteriorated. Volume of steam generated. Due to their design distribution, fire tube type boilers are not very suitable for the production of high volumes of steam. So if you want to handle, for example, 200 TONH and 30 bar and 300 Celsius degrees, you should think about adhering two or more sheet boilers to quarantine compliance with these requirements. And efficiency, the working efficiency of a sheet boiler in optimal condition range between 70% and 80%. Main use and application of fire tube boilers. Fire tube boilers have a wide field of use and operation within the current industry, mostly in the food industry, Science boilers have become an essential part of many of the processes within the industry. Science to carry out procedures such as cooking, purification, and among some other operations related to food. The use of high temperatures is essential, which are clearly obtained from the use of boilers, although of course this type of boilers is not limited only to this type of industry. It is also common to observe them in the hospital sector performing functions such as the sterilization of instruments and some environments. All this of course through the use and application of high temperatures. On the other hand, this type of boilers is also used to carry out fermentation as cooking process in the brewing industry, although clearly these are not the only use and applications of this type of boilers in they are some of the most common, since these devices have a wide presence in various sectors of industries, thanks to their versatility and excellent performance. Now my partner Kevin will speak.
I introduce myself. I am Kevin Espinosa. As my partner said, I will talk about the design criteria for the Firetube boilers, which has been divided into four important factors in the design of the Firetube boilers. Working operation conditions which I have already been solved previously. Factors such as the volume of water with which the boiler must work to carry out the design of the tank. Another very important aspect when designing the boiler is to determine the area available for the installation of the cable, sign the pane of the test. All the elements of the boiler must be organized so as not to excess side aspects finally. Another aspect to take into account for the design of the boiler is the accumulation capacity. Since if this is not well defined previously, there could be problems of pressure and low fluctuation, which would not be beneficial for the boiler. Finally, we built and used the company that markets Firetube boilers in Colombia. Colombia, being a country that has approximately 50,000 boilers installations for the steam generator, industry that several companies dedicate to the manufacturing, installation, and operation of the Firetube boilers, such as the company Helsam, calderas, GCT, and con máquinas, the which is the responsibility for the manufacturing of these types of boilers under the ISME standard, designed with characteristics relevant to the project to work in all types of industries from hospitals, armed forces, and in all types of manufacturing industry. These boilers of Colombia manufacturing are characterized by highly efficient horizontal and vertical type boilers are producers. Thank you for attention. I hope the information has been relevant. See you later.